So the third question is, discuss the geopolitical and geostrategic importance of Maldives for India with focus on global trade and energy flows. Further, also discuss how the relationship affects India's maritime security and regional stability amidst international competition. Okay? So they are basically asking the Indo-Maldives relation. Indo-Maldives relation. Okay? But it is discuss the geopolitical and geostrategic importance. Geopolitical and geostrategic importance of Maldives for India with focus on, और focus कहाँ पर रहेगा? Focus would be on global trade and energy flows. Okay? Further, also discuss how the relationship affects India's maritime security and the regional stability. Maritime security and the regional stability amidst international competition. Now this is very important. International competition. So now let's see how we will write this answer. First of all, we are going to write an introduction where we will explain that what is international competition that question is talking about. Question mein last mein likha hai na, international competition. So what is that international competition? Then we will explain that the international competition between India and China in the Indo-Pacific region. Clear? What is international competition? The competition between India and China in the Indo-Pacific region to emerge as a leader. Okay? So that is international competition. Then we will tell that this international competition was also seen in Maldives during the recent elections of 2023, where one of the party or some of the parties were talking about India first policy, whereas the other parties were talking about India out campaign. So there were two types of people in the Maldives during the Maldivesian election, where one side was talking about India first policy, the other was talking about India out campaign. So here only we can see that there was international competition in the Maldivian election. Clear? Then we will come to the body. Clear? There we will talk about the geopolitical and geostrategic importance of Maldives. So the first importance is because of location of Maldives. Now if you see when you see the tip of the India, then on one side there is Sri Lanka, the other side you can see Lakshadweep, and below Lakshadweep there is Maldives. Okay? And India lies between the Indian Ocean. Okay? On one side you will find Africa. Above Africa you will find Middle East region, then India, and as you come to the other side you will find Southeast Asia. Okay? So Maldives happen to be located at such a good location that it is between the important trade routes. Whenever anyone wants to trade from Africa and Middle East or Europe, and they are coming to the East Asia, Southeast Asia, South Asia, then they have to cross Maldives. Similarly, if someone is coming from East Asia, Southeast Asia, then again they have to go through the Maldives, and then they have to go to the Middle East and Africa, or they can go to the Europe. So Maldives is in between. Maldives is an important halt point between this particular trade route. Now in this trade route there are two important choke points. On one side it is Strait of Malacca, on the other side it is Strait of Bab al-Mandab, and later Suez Canal. So these are the important trade routes, and Maldives is located between these in the Indian Ocean. Therefore this particular location makes Maldives very important. Number one, since it is a trade route, therefore Maldives can provide security, or whosoever is having military base in Maldives, they can provide security to these merchant ships which are going through this route. Secondly, anyone who is in Maldives can do the surveillance of the Indian Ocean region. They can do the surveillance of the Indian Ocean region against the other states. So if there is India, then they can do against China. If there is China, China can do against India. Clear hai? So two concepts I have explained you: location of Maldives and surveillance wala. ठीक है. It will help in the maritime security and trade. Whosoever is going, the merchant ships they are going, तो उनकी security भी हो जाएगी and the trade will also be flourish. ठीक है. Third is oil trade route. It is also an important oil trade route because Middle East or the Africa, when they are sending the oil tankers to the East Asia or the Southeast Asia, again they have to cross the Maldives. ठीक है. Then you will write a paragraph how India helped Maldives. How India helped Maldives. Here you can give the example that in the Operation Cactus and the Operation Neer, India have helped Maldives. ठीक है, हमने उनकी ड्रिंकिंग वाटर फैसिलिटी को सॉल्व किया. We even tackled the coup that Maldives was facing in the late 1980s. ठीक है. Next, investment. We have invested in their infrastructure. We have invested in their tourism. Therefore, again, India and Maldives are a very good partner since historically. ठीक है. Next. Recently, then you will write one paragraph that recently Maldives have seen a tilt towards the China against India's interest. So you will say that Maldives joined the BRI of China. China is also increasing their investment in Maldives. China is pressurizing the Maldivian government to remove India from the economy of the Maldives, from the army. They are asking Maldives to pressurize India to remove their army. So all these are the examples of the tilt of Maldives towards China. Clear? Next, maritime security and the regional stability. This is the second part of the question. So we will write on this also. So you will write that since it is located at a very important place from where you can do the surveillance of the Indian Ocean region, therefore the maritime security and the regional stability can be controlled from Maldives. If China sit over there, then China can destabilize India's interest. China can destabilize the interest of the Southeast Asian nations. They can destabilize the South Asian nations' interest. Yeah, but if India sits over there, then India can create a good environment. India can boost the security and the regional stability. Next, you will write that there is increasing radicalization. The youth, they are tilting towards the ISIS and the other terrorist organizations. Third, you can talk about piracy. That again there is an increasing incidents of piracy in this particular region, and India has been the first responder and always helped every nation to counter the piracy in this particular area. Next is Indian Army in Maldives. So earlier there was Indian Army that was stationed in the Maldives, but under the pressure of China, Maldives have asked the Indian government to take away their army, and we have also taken away. Clear hai this much? Then you will write about the needs, what needed to be done. Then you can say that we need intelligence sharing to boost maritime security and regional stability. Then we need to have joint military exercises. We need to add Maldives in the BIMSTEC. Yes, because Maldives is a part of SARC, but SARC is not functioning. Therefore, we should ask Maldives to join BIMSTEC. Next is we can strengthen Colombo Security Conclave. Through these 4 steps, we can improve the maritime security and the regional stability. Clear this much? Now, what will be the conclusion? In conclusion, you can talk about the 3 things, or you can write either of them. First is Sagar, that is the security and growth for all in this region. Security and growth for all in this region. Which region? India, Indian Ocean region. Second, you can highlight India's neighborhood first policy and India's policy of creating capabilities rather than dependency, as we have seen about the China. What China do? China invest, China give debt, and then it is converted into debt trap, and then they try to extract the infrastructure, or they try to hijack the infrastructure. And the best example is Sri Lanka, where the Sri Lanka Hambantota port has been hijacked by Chinese for the 99 years, plus there was Sri Lankan economic crisis also because of China. But when it comes to India, India have maintained a positive big brother image, and we have helped our neighbors always throughout their tough times. And similarly, when Sri Lanka was facing the economic crisis, then India was able to help Sri Lanka. Clear? Now third is that the third you can write is that India is the first responder in the neighboring area, and India is also a net security provider in the Indian Ocean region. Clear hai this much? So this is how you are going to write this particular question. So we have done the 3 questions. I hope you have understood. Let's go to the 4th.